You're going to have to figure out how to do business in a country where business doesn't always work well. You're going to have to figure out a lot of things because there's no pathway here. If they say Tanzania is the wilderness, then you got to act like it's the wilderness. There's no trail for you to follow. You make the trail.
Yeah.
The people coming are pioneers. They're coming to dust off the ground, clear the bush, and build a trail. There's nobody that's going to hold your hand and say, let's go this way and let's do that and let's go do that. And the person that does that is going to be a very wealthy person.
Yeah.
Because right now, people are coming here to survive.
Yeah.
And they're getting here and they're trying to survive. There's people, we spoke about this yesterday as well, who are here asking for money for groceries every week.
Wow.
They're not even here legally sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely know some that are definitely not here legally and were asking me, advice on how. I'm like, I did not know.
People are coming here with their families. Yeah. Some people are coming here alone. Some people are coming here with this idea about this place, and it's not always true.
Right.
People think there's this kumbaya, love, synergy relationship going on here. It's not the case. You're going to come here. You're going to be alone. Yeah. You're going to have nobody that's going to go and pick you up without asking you for some money. Yeah. You're going to have a situation where you go down the street. You're going to be most likely taken advantage of in some way.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters here, they're not together themselves. How can they help you? I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all case all the time, but this is the common scenario. Mm-hmm. This is the reality. We cannot let people come here with a false belief of what's here. It's not fair to the mothers with single mothers with the children coming here, because that's a big majority of people coming here are single mothers.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the elderly people coming here alone. It's not fair to the people who sold their houses to come here. It's not fair to any of them, because they're coming here with this idea that everything's okay. Yeah. Oh, they're building for us. We gonna get over there and they gonna give us a plot of land and all this crazy stuff. No, you're gonna get here. You're gonna have to leave every 3 months until you figure out how to work it out.
In today's video, we take a look at this interview between Mark Meet Africa and Maya Speak. This is a very great interview. I believe it will be worth your time. They talk about the experiences that they have been through coming to live in Africa and Tanzania in particular. They share their experiences, the paradigm shift that you would need to go through whilst you are in Africa, the values and the principles that work over here, business principles, social principles that work over here and do not work in the West, and things that works in the West and do not work over here. They share all these experiences and also give tips as to how to prepare in order for you to be able to make the relocation journey to Mother Africa. Now, just as I always advise on this channel, before you relocate to Africa, make sure you do your research very, very well. Do all the necessary research and due diligence. Then next, try and then visit the motherland, any country that you want to relocate to, whether Tanzania, Ghana, or any country. Try and then visit the continent before you move to the continent. Some people do not do their research well. They don't do any research. They just move and then come to Africa, and they find it difficult to adapt to the environment. Some even end up being broke and then end up begging for groceries and things from Africans and even from families back in the United States. Make sure you do all the research very well. Visit before you move to the continent of Africa. Let's enjoy this interview between them, and then we'll discuss in the end. But before that, subscribe to this channel. Locate the subscribe button down there. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And also, don't forget to like this video. So let's move on and watch the next video.
We got brothers and sisters here with nothing to do.
Yeah.
People are here. There's no employment for them. They don't know business, or they're struggling in some way here. They have no legal way to stay here. Right. So we got to give jobs. Some people don't want to do business, and it's fine. They shouldn't have to. Let them do work.
Yeah.
The Tanzanians, the Diaspora, some people just want jobs. And that's what this will be. opportunities for those who do want to do business. They can partner with Merge.
What's merge?
Merge is the company.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those things. You really start scratching your head, and it's like, huh. But it played out how it played out, and I'm happy. Things are progressing. Things are moving. That's all there is to it. I don't want to make it sound negative. It's not.
Right.
We have to respect that everybody needs to do their own thing.
Right.
I had people in the beginning stages of this say, when I was going around asking people, to be a part of this, even some YouTubers and things,
Yeah.
I said, we need to create a unified image so people coming can see that we're actually together.
Right.
And we're actually building together.
Right.
And some people were like, told me directly, I want to do my own version of it. I'm like, huh.
What?
And it's not, and it wasn't like a mean way. It wasn't in a way that was like condescending or anything, but it was, you could take it as that, or you could take it as what it was. We as a people carry a mentality of let's do it ourselves. I want to do my own, right? Instead of working together, we typically want to compete. Because everybody wants to get to it first.
I find that hard, with me, because I'm dealing with Black Wall Street, and I end up with this big group of Black Wall Street, and then after a while, I had to filter it down to the real builders that really want to do something in a unified front.
Unified, key word.
Right, and truly have a love of really wanting to build together, and not trying to and come out of that mindset of that capitalistic that I want to be on top where everybody else on the bottom looking up at me. No. Like, we're not there, and like, what is our excuse? Because we did have a model over there with Black Wall Street, but they actually did have a community. The dollar circulated, they kept people working and whatever, albeit it was bombed, but over here, we don't have that threat. We don't have the chemtrails over our head. We don't have the GMOs. We don't have people trying. So what is our problem now at the end of the day? And it has revealed itself. A lot of people are just selfish into what they really want to do, and at the heart of it, it's not a real communal loving spirit for your brothers and sisters. And I'm sadly finding that out too, but it's okay.
And you know what? I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned sadly. And that's important too, because the reality is, and we were speaking about this yesterday as well, people are, not this part, but I'm going to throw this in too. People are coming here with their families. Yeah. Some people are coming here alone. Some people are coming here with this idea about this place, and it's not always true.
Right.
People think there's this kumbaya, love, synergy relationship going on here. It's not the case. You're going to come here, you're going to be alone. Yeah. You're going to have nobody that's going to go and pick you up without asking you for some money. Yeah. You're going to have a situation where you go down the street, you're going to be most likely taken advantage of in some way.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters here, they're not together themselves. How can they help you? I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all case all the time, but this is the common scenario. This is the reality. We cannot let people come here with a false belief of what's here. It's not fair to the mothers with single mothers with the children coming here, because that's a big majority of people coming here are single mothers. Yeah. It's not fair to the elderly people coming here alone. It's not fair to the people who sold their houses to come here. It's not fair to any of them, because they're coming here with this idea that everything's okay. Yeah. Oh, they're building for us. We gonna get over there and they gonna give us a plot of land and all this crazy stuff. No, you're gonna get here. You're gonna have to leave every 3 months until you figure out how to work it out. You're gonna have to figure out how to do business in a country where business doesn't always work well. You're gonna have to figure out a lot of things because there's no pathway here. If they say Tanzania is the wilderness, then you got to act like it's the wilderness. There's no trail for you to follow. You make the trail. Yeah. The people coming are pioneers. They're coming to dust off the ground, clear the bush, and build the trail. There's nobody that's going to hold your hand and say, let's go this way and let's do that and let's go do that. And the person that does that is going to be a very wealthy person.
Yeah.
Because right now, people are coming here to survive. Yeah. And they're getting here and they're trying to survive. There's people, we spoke about this yesterday as well, who are here asking for money for groceries every week. Wow. They're not even here legally sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely know some that are definitely not here legally and were asking me, advice on how. I'm like, I did not know, but to do what I did when I was scammed by the school, and I had to just pretty much just, pay the... Yeah, I had to pay the bill because I got scammed, and it is what it is. But thankfully, I had the monetary means to pay the bill. But I mean, people that don't have the monetary means, so they're just in hideout waiting, making GoFundMes, and then the family members are back home, really harsh on them Because a lot of the family members back home are saying, well, we told you not to go to Africa and you did it anyway. And now you want us to, you know? Right.
That's the ridiculous mentality we as a people overall carry.
Yeah.
Is that we go and do something without doing much research, and we do it off of hope and love and all this stuff, and that's great. But we still have to acknowledge the reality. You can't just go across the world and, I'm not gonna lie, now I might be a little bit of a hypocrite saying this, because I kind of did that, but I didn't, you know.
Kind of is a euphemism. Let's say you did.
I did it. But I will say one thing that I learned to do very quickly was adapt.
Yeah.
The difference between my story and a lot of other people's stories is a lot of people refuse to adapt.
Right.
They get here, oh, I still need a refrigerator, but do you have refrigerator money?
Right.
And the answer is no. So they go do something or spend all they have just to get some luxury that they should have been able to live without.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to, it's that you need to be able to.
And funny that you should say that. I have a friend in Moore, girl named Sarai, that I didn't know that, to be honest. You know, I won't lie to you, that I did not know that I could really, that I just didn't know that you could actually live without a refrigerator. It just blew my mind that she was like, okay, yeah, no, I don't need a refrigerator. I mean, I'm steady in my mind trying to figure out, what do you mean you don't need a refrigerator?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about stuff like what goes in the refrigerator. And she was like, no, Maya, I don't need this. And I found that this
Eggs
do that.
don't need to be refrigerated.
Right,
Milk comes in a bag,
right.
sealed, vacuum sealed. What are you going to do?
Exactly. So now I'm just stunned in my head of like, how spoiled are we?
Yeah.
And, right. To think that, you know what I mean?
That
like,
we need that. So I came here. I'm sorry to interject,
No,
but I'm so glad. I don't know. I didn't carry that mentality, not harshly.
Yeah.
I came here. The first place I was in what people would say the ghetto. They said that wasn't a good neighborhood looking back on it. But it was.
Yeah.
There were people playing outside. There were elders sitting on porches. It looked like it was a fine neighborhood to me.
Right.
I didn't have to this day, I've never used a fridge here.
Wow.
No house that I've had a fridge.
That's
a year and a half, almost 2 years, I've never had a fridge.
Wow.
I didn't need it. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
I didn't. A washing machine, none of that. I gave that all up the first day.
Wow.
None of it. I was like, we're
How
going to do something
admirable.
new. And I'm saying
And you definitely don't look like the part. Okay. They get them mixed up for a Chinese guy over here
sometimes.
Like,
but that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's good and bad where you come from. There's good and bad where you're going. There's good and bad where you are.
Yeah.
But we have to learn to kind of navigate it. We are supposed to be an adaptable people, and we can't come over to Africa and expect to have everything like where we were.
Yeah.
We say we leave the place we were because the things going on there weren't so good. We don't like America, the culture. We don't like all that stuff. But then we come over here and we try to do the same thing. We try to replicate it.
Right.
How silly do we sound?
Yeah.
I don't like America. They spoil. They do. But then you need a fridge, or you need a this or this or this or this. And again, we shouldn't have to give up luxuries.
Yeah.
But we should be able to say, I don't need it. That's freedom. Freedom is knowing that you can survive anywhere.
Yeah.
In any situation. Because look at all the people living here. You think they live without a fridge?
Of course. I've seen
and
it.
They're fine.
I've seen it.
We got to lower ourselves.
Yeah. And they're so much better off because a lot of them can't even afford the technology. That allows them to afford life. They actually wake up and live life. A lot of us wake up, turn around, grab the phone like all day long, the phone, you know. So
but
you didn't get a chance to really, like they, you know, the oldest saying that really means a lot. The old cliche, take time to smell the roses.
Yeah.
Like a lot of us just don't.
But they don't even do that here.
Right.
I'm gonna say not everything in Africa is right. You're saying that like they afford to live life, but they don't see it that way. No. We're coming from a place where we don't see the good and the bad, and they're in a place where a lot of them don't see the good and the bad. I asked somebody, look at these stars. Yeah. I was out in the not so much the village area, but I was in a little outside of the town. Mm-hmm. And the brothers and sisters I was with, they were Tanzanian. They said, we don't look at the stars. We don't look at the moon. We don't notice the trees like that. We just live amongst. I'm like, okay, that's odd. And I was like, okay. But it's one of those things where we come from a place where we don't see that. So when we see it, we start appreciating. They come from a place where they see it. So while they're here, they don't appreciate it. Yeah. There's wrong on both sides. Yeah. We are not coming into a perfect society. There's things here that do not function correctly. Again, we're coming from, I said this yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. Yeah. We come from a place where things aren't working for us. And they're coming from a place, or they're in a place where things aren't working. So we take the good over there, leave the bad. That's half.
Yeah.
We come over here and take the other half. Take the good, leave the bad. And we have a complete society. We have things that work. Not everything over here is good. Not everything works. Not all the slow lifestyle is good to some extent. Everything is good to some extent.
Yeah.
Because you look at the situation for our brothers and sisters here, it's not good.
No.
You said, oh, they can't afford a refrigerator. Yes, that's good because they learn to live, they don't want those things or they don't. But really, they should be able to afford. They should be able to be in a position where they're comfortable, where they can feed their families well, where they can not worry about money. The biggest argument I hear over here is money. Same in the States.
Yeah.
It's money. We shouldn't have to worry about that stuff. And when you have a functioning society, things like that, you don't worry about. Our brothers and sisters need us and we need them. We need them to show us how to lower ourselves.
Yeah.
And they need us to show them how to raise themselves. Have some dignity. Because our brothers and sisters selling stuff off the top of their head. I used to say, this is cool. This is Africa. Now I'm looking and saying, I'm looking at the facial expressions. They don't look happy to do that work.
Yeah.
Standing outside for 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, begging buses to buy the stuff off their head, forcing people to grab the stuff and then yelling thief when they run off with it.
Yeah.
That's not dignity. When did we lower ourselves to that point? We have to have a higher standard for ourselves. It's not being stuck up. It's not being spoiled. It's having a standard.
Yeah.
We have to be dignified people.
Yeah.
Not proud, but dignified.
Right.
We can't have people walking around the streets with no shoes on. And I know we say, oh, that's fine. That's natural. They're touching the ground. But really, they're walking on pavement.
Yeah. And
there's
also,
a lot of issues here. And there's a lot of issues where we come from.
Yeah.
We got to navigate, find solutions. But we come here and we start complaining. It's one thing to complain. And it's another thing to complain and offer solutions.
Right.
People say there's no opportunity here. Look around. Every complaint you have is an opportunity. Every complaint.
Yeah.
Because the chances are most people are going through the same thing as you.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't see it that way. They think the place they come from has no opportunity. What opportunity? I'm here. I got 13, I don't know how many projects now. I got all these projects
all
going
over the
on.
place. Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all mean? No solution. The solution's here.
Yeah.
They need us to show them that, and we need them to actually
show up.
To show us.
Yeah.
We need each other. We're two halves of one.
Yeah.
When we were split from our people, we became we're still the same people. Just two sides of the same people. We're both extremes. We're this extreme and they're this extreme.
And you're just trying to get us to balance in the middle.
We got to balance.
Yeah.
All we need is balance. Every problem we have will be solved with balance.
Yeah, I definitely totally agree with you on that. Even so with like I said, okay, remember yesterday I was talking about a lot of times here in Dar es Salaam, usually explain to me that this is not really a true picture of Africa.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? Yeah.
I say, and maybe Moses, you're behind the camera, but maybe you can agree or disagree with me. Dar is not like Tanzania.
Yeah. It's different. It's different energy, the people too.
Yeah.
Like, Dar, everybody take people as an opportunity. Like every time it's coming. Like you can get scam, rising of the prices.
Yeah. They do it to their own people.
Yeah.
To their brothers and sisters here.
Yeah. Even yesterday it happened in the barber shop. Like a person just raised the price.
He tried.
He tried to raise the price, but we know.
And this is Moses in the background family, by the way. We just interviewed Rhino yesterday.
No.
But he's saying it happened to him. What happened?
Well, no. We were in the...
Mark, you can
Okay, we were in the barber shop. And, we went to a nice one.
Okay. A nice one.
A decent one.
A decent one.
I'm used to buku cuts.
Oh.
That's that 25-cent cut.
Oh.
That's what I normally get.
Wow.
But, I went to this place. I wanted to relax a little. They tried to raise the price. One of the ladies tried to in the barbershop. We didn't want like the head wash and all that stuff because it was dark. And I'm like, I got to get home. This traffic is not good.
After you guys left here?
After we left here.
Wow. Okay.
And the girl was like, oh, you're being a bad boy. I was like, why? She said, because now you don't want the head wash and this and this. And I was like, look, that point aside, she wanted to get her money.
Yeah.
So she thought she could tell the barber, a different price. She was trying to be slick with it too.
What?
It's $7,000, right? it's 15,000, right? And he was like, I think he didn't catch on right away. He was like, no, it's 5.
Right.
Like, he didn't catch it.
Right.
And because he didn't catch it, he couldn't go with it. 'Cause
Right.
He was like, shoot. The look, like, man, I should have said yes. Because she was trying to be slick. But no, it's to say that these brothers and sisters, for all the brothers and sisters coming from the States saying, oh, America's not that good, at least you don't have to haggle prices.
Right.
There's some people say, oh, but that's the culture. No, dignity first.
Right.
I shouldn't have to beg you for the right price. It's not a matter of money. It's a matter of principle.
Right.
I'm not here to beg anybody to give me the correct price, the same price you would give someone else. And they say, no, that's their hustle. It's not a hustle, it's lying.
Right.
If the service is a different price for each person, that's lying. Unless you put a sign that says, we can just charge what we want. That's not business.
Right.
That's using your discretion too much. Wrong is wrong. We come here and we forget that. We start calling things that are African the right thing.
Yeah.
Not everything that's African is right. We got to get out of that mindset that everything over here is okay. No, that's the culture. That's the traditional way. There's nothing traditional about lying and scamming. The only traditional thing about it is evil is evil. And evil's been the same for a long time. So if you want to call it traditional, it's still evil.
Yeah.
You don't go and lie to people about things like that. Somebody told me here, older gentleman, we were doing, he wanted to do business with me. And I didn't actually, because of what he said. He said, he was trying to give me advice. In Tanzania, and this is how they talk, right? Yeah, you know.
Oh my God.
They get all
boisterous.
Yeah, but it'd be different if he was saying something that was inspirational. This man said, in Tanzania, it's okay to lie if you get business.
What?
I said, when is it okay to lie to get and he meant it. He didn't even mean on a large scale. Because I asked him, can you go into that
Elaborate,
a little more?
Yeah.
He said, let's say you have somebody on the street that looks like they can pay more, or just looks like they don't know what they're doing. Charge them more. Right. I said, instead of being a brother or a sister and saying, I'm going to give you the same price because that's what brotherhood and sisterhood is, you go charge them more. The reason I'm speaking like this is because, and I don't get overcharged here anymore. Yeah. I really don't. I'm happy.
I'm
like, no, that's a business skill.
Yeah.
I'm glad I came here with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of brothers and sisters here, the reason I'm saying this like an issue right now is because this isn't what Mark thinks. This is what I'm seeing the community face.
Yeah.
It's not me, I'm feeling bad and bitter because people are doing this. I avoid it.
Yeah.
But our brothers and sisters who can avoid it, who don't avoid it, who won't avoid it, are getting scammed and hassled every day. They're getting more and more bitter.
Yeah.
They're ruining their image of Africa. They're ruining their image of their people.
Right.
All for the sake of 35 shillings.
Exactly.
Really?
And we were saying, like, the mentality that we see with them is like, it's like you can have a whole cake over here.
Yeah.
And you can have a slice of cake.
Mm-hmm.
And all you're trying to tell the Tanzanians is like a choice between the two. You can have this slice of cake, but you can only eat this for the day.
Yeah.
But if you do business right, you can have the whole cake, eat for tomorrow and generations to come. But they'll choose the slice of cake, and they rather die with that slice of cake in their belly than the whole cake to feed their generations to come. And it's just
selfish,
crazy.
Call it what it is.
Right.
I'm in the mentality now. I'm done trying to rationalize and explain something away.
Yeah.
When someone shows you how they are, believe them. We're not going to say they're an evil people, but what they're doing is evil. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Lying is lying. There's no lying but. No.
Right.
Lying is lying. Stealing is stealing. There's no stealing but.
Yeah.
Wrong is wrong. We come here and we start trying to love the place we went. No. There's problems to solve.
I believe you enjoyed this interview. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, just locate the subscribe button down there. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video.